Nick, and this is my video for Teach Now. So in the discussion the other day, we were focusing or talking a little bit about the flipped classroom, something that I've implemented myself and I've had great success with, and at other times it's not been so easy. I think it's really important that we prepare kids to live in the world that it is today. I remember reading a statistic, something like 60% of the jobs that our students will be applying for in the next 10 years don't actually exist. So I think doing flipped classroom helps in the sense that it's important these days to be prepared to go into something, and especially whilst using technology. A problem I've had is that I have students with different levels of English. I work in Barranquilla in Colombia, and I work in a bilingual school, but that doesn't mean all my students are at a certain level. I have some students with a Lexile of 100, and I have students with a Lexile of over 1,000, which causes obvious problems. But I'm not going to talk too much more about that. I figured you guys could learn a little more about the culture that I live in, which is always really important, especially working internationally, because you have to adapt to a culture. And something I find here is that it's not a quiet culture. It's quite loud, and therefore my classes vary depending on the time of the day, what I'm doing, and so on. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what's going on in Barranquilla right now, and hopefully you can see and understand a little more about Colombia. So you obviously need some context about what you're about to see. At the moment there are pre-carnivals leading up to Carnaval, which is the second biggest carnival in the world after Rio de Janeiro, and it simply celebrates tradition and values and dancing, and it's obviously a very Catholic country, so there's an element of that. No one really knows why, but it started in about 1888, something like that, so I hope you guys enjoy.